again. Welcome to Trustee Patches. Now, I'm going to do what's called a story time because, I've never actually got to do one of these before, and I'm kind of curious and figured I'd try it out because you never know. People might actually enjoy it, so I really hope y'all do, and let's get this started. Story 1. Hello. I am someone who has been through a lot. Now, I know most people won't believe these stories or the story that I tell you, but something weird happened to me. Whenever I was about 5, I remember living in this house. Now, not much ever really went down here, but at the same time, that all happened until one night. One night, I was sitting in my room, and I could have swore that I heard my mom outside my window. Now, my mom usually worked late, so I thought maybe she wanted me to let her in. But what made it weird was this person wasn't asking me to let them in. They were asking me to come outside. Now, I know what my mom usually sounds like, and as close as it was to her voice, something was just off about it. For one, she had kind of a light tone at the end. And naturally, I got up to go look outside my window, and there was no one there. So I lay down, I go back to sleep, and I hear tapping at my window. And I see this woman standing there. Now, she didn't say anything, she just kind of motioned for me to come outside. Now, my mom always told me, don't ever talk to strangers, but something was off. I mean, because I've made friends who were strangers before. My mom's introduced me to people who were strangers, but I've never felt like this before. I felt scared. And I don't see how she didn't look frightening in any way. But at the same point in time, I didn't know what else to do. So I sat curled up in my corner and waited for my mom to actually get home. And when she did, I asked her, "Mom, do you have a friend that comes over?" And she looked at me and she said, "Sweetie, what friend?" And when I described her, my mom had this worried look on her face. Not as if she knew her, but as if maybe she should have. Now, my mom's a strong woman, so naturally whenever she got afraid, I got afraid too. Well, the next night, my mom was home. She was off work. I think she was worried about me. And about the same time, I heard tapping at my window once again. And it was the woman. She was sitting there, motioning me to come outside. Well, I naturally ran to the room, woke up my mom, and was like, "Mom, she's here again." My mom's like, "Who?" Went to go take her back to the room, and sure as shit, that woman was just sitting there at my window, waiting. My mom, being the strong, independent woman she is, went to go outside to confront this woman. Why are you at my son's window? But the problem is, the woman was no longer there. My mom asked a couple of her friends to come over and had them bless the house for us. I never saw that woman again. But I just want to say, I was also never sure of what would happen if I did go outside. I was about 11 years old. I just moved in with my grandmother. And I remember a friend of mine and me, we were having a sleepover at his house. Now, he told me that, some weird things have happened, but, I thought he was just trying to scare me, so didn't really think anything of it. Until that night, I remember we were playing Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and his older brother went to, tell us about how to beat this one boss in the game. Now, not wanting to seem like we didn't know what we were doing, we were like, "Nah, we got it. Well, we think that it made his brother angry. So, naturally, we kinda, tried to stay up and everything. Well, outside his window, we heard tapping and scratching. We thought it was his brother, trying to scare us. So we were laughing and everything, yelling at him, "Hey, it's not going to be that easy to scare us." Well, there was a problem with that. We heard his brother exit the bathroom. And when we went to go look at the window, something was off. We noticed there's no way that he could have done that. That he could have been the one outside that window. So we went to go look through the blinds, and the only thing we saw looking back at us was these red eyes. No shape, no form. And if I was to say that it didn't scare us, I would be lying, because all we heard was whisperings. It kept whispering to us, "Hey, come outside. Play with me." We ran to go get his brother and everything. And his brother, just getting done smoking a joint, thought we were trying to mess with him. So his brother came back in there and told us, "I swear, if there ain't nothing out there, I'm punching both of you." The only problem is, there was something. his brother went outside, and all of a sudden we heard a scream. His brother came running back in, slamming the door, locking it, told us to lock all the windows. Naturally, we got scared too. What's going on? What did you see? Well, it wasn't what he saw, it's what he felt. He said he went outside and he heard. So you finally come out to play. And they called him by name. I'm not going to put his name out there. We'll say his name was Michael. They said, "Hey Michael, let's go have some fun." And then something grabbed his shoulder from behind. Michael, not being a scared person, I've never seen him scared a day in my life. But he was pale white. He was terrified. He was in tears. From then on, we kinda slept with the light on for the remainder of the night, and Michael slept in the same room with us. We don't know what was out there, but to this day, Michael always wonders, what would have happened if I wasn't quick enough to run back inside? What would have happened? And of course, we wonder, what happened if we went outside? This third story is going to be a little something that happened to me, I'd probably say about 3 years ago. Now, I'm a grown man, mind you, in my own right, and I'm not easily scared as I used to be. I've seen a lot, I've learned a lot. But this really scared me. It had just happened after my birthday. I was smoking a blunt, chilled. Had my dog beside me. I was relaxed. I was happy. But all of a sudden, something just felt off. Now, like I said, I'm not easily scared. But I remember everyone was asleep. So I always kind of trying to keep quiet, didn't want to wake anyone. Well, all of a sudden my dog started whining. First I thought, maybe she had to go outside. So I went to open up my bedroom, go to let her outside, and she just sat there on the bed, growling. She would not move. She had her ears back, her tail was sticking straight out, the fur on her back was rising. Which kind of had me worried, because I'm like, sweetie, what do you see? She wouldn't move. She just sat on the bed. So I closed the door, thinking nothing of it. And as the day went on, the night, she started whining more, looking outside the window. Now, my dog is a weird dog, I'll give you that much, but she never really whines looking out the window unless there's something out there. And she wasn't like whining as if someone had come to see her. She was whining like she was scared. So I put my blunt down. I went to go look out the window. And what I saw next, I will never forget. It was this tall, lanky man looking at me through the window. Now, like I told you, I'm not easily intimidated. But something about his eyes threw me off. They just weren't normal. They were pale, as if they had no soul in them. He wore a giant top hat, and he had these long, lanky fingers. He never spoke a word, and I think that's what scared me even more. Was I never heard his voice, but he moved his lips as if he was talking. And out of nowhere, I felt a chill run down my spine as if someone was taking their finger and just tracing it. I pulled my dog close to me. I kept telling her, it's gonna be okay. This can't be real. But whenever I looked back at the window, he was gone. He just vanished without a trace. Almost as if he was never there. Now, I'm not one to usually, believe in such things, but if I would have went outside, who knows what could have actually happened to me. I wish I could say that was the first occurrence, but I've seen him since then, and part of me wonders, will he ever go away? I only see him at 3 o'clock in the morning, but every time I see him, I ask the same question to myself. Who are you? What do you want? And why do you keep coming to my window? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trustee Patches. I really hope you enjoyed my story times. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And always remember, only you can start a forest fire.